Garuda hits, and we Hagra Mauling it before they get to resolve the trigger. And what do we hit? Face Stealer exiles up to one other target creature. What's it gonna be? We cast Ral Zarek. We're gonna reanimate our Warren Soultrader. And that is it! Okay, we stayed with that. Was fast enough for us to stay ahead of that. Welcome, friends and opponents, to Head Games Arena. My name is Jet, and today we are back in Brawl. We're going to continue our celebration of our favorite cousins, and by that, of course, I mean we are playing the Sackville Bagginses, except this time in Brawl. I played them in Standard last week, so no one should be surprised that we're seeing them here today. The Sackville Baggins is a 2-mana 2/2. When it enters, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card and create a treasure token. Whenever you sacrifice a token, including the treasure token we just generated, target opponent loses 1 life. So we're going to have a mono-black Aristocrats type build. For the uninitiated, Aristocrats is a term that we use in Magic that means we're going to basically generate a bunch of small valuable things, often creatures, but sometimes other stuff. We're going to sacrifice those things for value and probably drain our opponents out in the meantime. And you can see that the Sackville Baggins does both of those things, sacrificing a creature or artifact when it enters, and then doing damage when we are sacrificing things. So we're going to make tokens. We're going to sacrifice those tokens for profit, maybe also to hurt our opponent, and then we're going to play a fair amount of interaction and try to get enough value to grind our opponent out the slow death of 1,000 cuts kind of way. So first we're going to look at things that we sacrifice that really aren't going to hinder us all that much when we sacrifice. We've got cards like Cauldron Familiar, Forsaken Miner, which is part of an infinite combo, several as a matter of fact. Greedy Freebooter replaces itself with a treasure. Infestation Sage replaces itself with an insect. Nested Shambler replaces itself with a squirrel. You're seeing the pattern, right? A lot of cheap creatures that when they die, you're going to get the value out of whatever it was that you sacrificed. Like if you get the Sackville Baggins to sacrifice them, you're going to draw a card, but they're going to leave behind a creature token and a treasure token, which are going to give you more damage later on. So we're also playing with a number of things that just incrementally generate tokens, like Bitter Blossom that gives you a fairy token every turn, Bitter Bloom Bearer that also gives you a fairy token every turn, Lord Skitter in the 3-drop spot. I love this card. It generates a rat token on every at the beginning of combat on each of your turns, and it also exiles a single target card from an opponent's graveyard when that happens. So every turn this is generating another rat. The rats can't block, but who cares? They're sacrifice fodder. And then we've also got Warren Soultrader, which sacrifices creatures for a life and generates treasures, which is a part of an infinite combo, several really. Pitiless Plunderer that turns whenever a creature dies, you make a treasure. So we're also generating additional tokens here in the form of treasure that we can use for mana. But if our commander is out, we're also going to be doing damage there. In terms of interaction, pretty standard stuff: Duress, Inquisition of Kozilek, Thoughtseize to get in our opponent's hand, things like Fatal Push in the low end, Requiting Hex to deal with early threats, Long Goodbye to deal with kind of middle-y threats, and then at the top end we're trying to prioritize playing things that aren't going to really slow us down. So Snuff Out is kind of a free removal spell. Flare of Malice can also be played for free by sacrificing a non-token black creature, which could actually benefit us under the right circumstances. Hagra Mauling, just an MDFC that destroys a creature as well. Additionally, we're going to play with other things that give us value when we're sacrificing creatures, so spells that sacrifice and draw cards, things like Corrupted Conviction or Village Rites. Culling the Weak sacrifices a creature and generates additional mana. We've got a Umbral Collar Zealot as a way to just consistently sacrifice things. Super Shredder gets bigger and bigger when we're sacrificing. We're just playing all the big hits here that you would see in just about any kind of Aristocrats. Top end, one copy. Of course there's one copy. We're playing Grave Pact, which is a really backbreaking card. You can't see it because my face is over it a little, but it says whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. So in a deck that can deliberately sacrifice all the creatures, you can manage what your opponent is doing really effectively. So I know what you're thinking. Isn't Sephiroth just better? And the answer, friends, is yes. Sephiroth is very clearly better, but we're trying to play new cards and see if we can make them work. So we've got the Sackville Bagginses in a mono black Aristocrats list, and we're going to see if we can make it work. Before we head over into that gameplay, as always, I'd like to invite you to do whatever you can to support the channel. Give us a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. Let me know what commanders you've been playing out here in the Brawl Arena. I'd love to see your lists. Let me know what else you'd like to see us play on the channel while we're still out here in Hobbit Town. Hobbiton, to those who aren't unfamiliar. Thank you, as always, for being here. Let's play some head games. Alright, gang, game one, the Sackville Baggins in Brawl. Bagginses. Nicole Bolas is almost certainly a discard deck, and they're playing with Garuda. Whew, that does not feel great for us. That's okay. I think we can probably... May is probably not very good in this matchup, but I think we're okay. I think we're going to keep it. Jadar is one of the best things that this deck can do. Just absolutely fantastic turn 2 play. Yep. Taking our opponent's second turn feels very good. They don't have the red for Hexing Squelcher. So I think the right move here is probably Dark Confidant. They don't have an answer for it. Hopefully it's going to get us to a mana advantage. Okay, Garuda's in their hand. We'll draw a land. Greedy Freebooter is a fantastic draw here. So it helps them for Urborg to be out at least a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and get the value going. Sacrifice Greedy Freebooter. Generate 2 treasures. And then, yes, we will leave Grave Pact on top. And then I believe we're going to go ahead and make Jadar. This is feeling very good. 2 damage from Sackville Baggins. We'll get in with Dark Confidant. Do they get the land for Bolas? They did not. Okay. Now they get to see Grave Pact. We're going to play our land for turn. Play Culling the Weak, sacrificing the zombie. Play Grave Pact. We're just gonna keep the hits rolling. I'm not sure that they're gonna play with a board wipe. I think I just go all in. We'll get another creature. They are still 1 mana short from Garuda. They're trying to decide if I have lethal on board. Vizier of Many Faces is going to copy Nezumi Linebreaker. Okay. They get a land. What an interesting choice. Okay. So it is strong what they just did. So I think if I hold up Hagra Mauling, I'm probably fine. Yeah, I think I'm probably fine. Okay, so we will go to combat. Bring it with many creatures, but not all of them. I don't want to sacrifice Jadar or Dark Confidant here. Yep. Okay, so their creature dies. They make a mercenary. It was a good choice on their part. Zombie sacrifices at the end of combat. Grave Pact triggers. They sacrifice the mercenary. Okay. We make another zombie. Think we're okay here. Yep. So Garuda hits, and we Hagra Mauling it before they get to resolve the trigger. And what do we hit? Face Stealer exiles up to one other target creature. What's it gonna be? Okay. So we cast Ral Zarek. We're gonna reanimate our Warren Soultrader. And that is it! Okay, we stayed with that. Was fast enough for us to stay ahead of that. On to game 2 with the Sackville Bagginses in Brawl. Gut True Soul Zealot I have never seen before. You can't see it because my face is over it. Whenever you attack, you may sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, make a skeleton with Menace that's tapped and attacking. It costs 3, and you can choose a background, but it doesn't look like they have a background. What is going on? We're absolutely going to keep this. We're going to start with Gas Guzzler. I really like, if I have Gas Guzzler in my opener, I very much like to start with it. We'll play Castle Lochthwain, get in for 2, get our speed to 2, and at this point, Dark Confidant's definitely the right turn 2 play. It's a very fast start for us. 2-1 on 1, 2-1 on 2. They're very incentivized to remove Dark Confidant because it's going to draw me a lot of cards. If it comes out this early and sticks, it gives us a lot of advantage. Probably makes sense to remove Dark Confidant, friend, if you're thinking about it. Makes sense to me. Okay, Phyrexian Tower's very good here. Alright, let's get Phyrexian Tower down. We're gonna play Nezumi Linebreaker. We will play the Sackville Baggins, sacrificing the Linebreaker. We'll get in for 2 more. Speed is now at 3. Think we hold up Malakir Rebirth. Okay, Mephit's Enthusiasm, 4 damage. If excess damage was dealt, note the excess damage, and then the next creature that comes in is way bigger. Perfect. Okay, so they're going to abrade my commander, which frankly I was kind of hoping for, because now I get to Malakir Rebirth. That's going to do them a damage. Decline, because it's going to come back from Malakir Rebirth. I will sacrifice... Draw another card. Gain another treasure. Okay. Feeling pretty good. So we just get in for 4 here, and then my Gas Guzzler turns on. I think I want to... Okay, so I can cast Stitcher Supplier first here. I can sacrifice the Stitcher Supplier. We're just going to load up our graveyard here with things that are completely useless. Then we're going to play Lord Skitter. Go to combat, make a rat. Remove one of these cards from their yard and get in for 4. Okay. Gas Guzzler is online. Arcane Signet for our opponent. And their commander. So if they do targeted removal, I have Desperate Measures. If they do nothing, I probably Desperate Measures the rat to draw 2. It also does 2 damage to them. Beautiful. Okay, what does this do? Sacrifice another creature or artifact. This creature deals damage equal to 2 plus the sacrificed permanent's mana value to any target. Oh, card is so good. It's got a boast to do it. Okay. Got it. Oh my gosh. It has haste too, and menace, so I can't block it. Okay. That's amazing. I had no idea how good that card was. So unfortunately, I can't Desperate Measures now, because they can... I'm going to let their turn pass, and now their boast ability is now no longer online. Okay. So, can I win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't do 14. Simply too much. We're gonna go right to combat. We're gonna generate another rat. We will get in for 7. Gonna sacrifice a rat to make 2 to play Case of the Stash Skeleton. Our opponent has had enough. They were a little underpowered. I've never seen that commander before. Alright, on to game 3 with the Sackville Bagginses versus Beorn the Fierce. Another new card from The Hobbit. This is the Bear commander. Very cool. Our opponent goes first. So we've got a sacrifice target on 1 into Sackville on 2, and Braids is very strong. We're going to keep this. Very interested to see how this works out for us. They did not play a creature on turn 1, which we're very happy with. We will play Infestation Stage. Yeah, no Llanowar or other creature on 1 is very good for us. Turn 2, we get Springheart Nantuko. This is the, when this enters, make an insect. Okay. It's probably at least a little bad for us. We will get in for 1. Our opponent will inevitably not block. Then we will play our commander, the Sackville Bagginses. It's going to sacrifice an Infestation Stage. And we'll pass from there. So the trick is, they have to have a bear. Makes an insect if it's just on the board, right? Okay, so they have to have a bear and 1 other creature. So there's a bear. Still 2 turns away from casting it, because they don't have any mana advantage. I don't think I sacrifice anything here. So I can Diabolic Intent for something that costs 2. I have 4 mana on my turn. It's not enormously strong. But if I get Pitiless Plunderer down on my turn... Okay, Forsaken Miner puts me 1 card away from the infinite combo. So do I go get it? Do I go get the other combo piece? Okay. I'm gonna play Forsaken Miner. I'm gonna Diabolic Intent, sacrificing the Forsaken Miner. And I'm gonna get the other piece, which is Warren Soultrader. And then we are going to pass the turn. Okay. What does our opponent get to do? Ouroboros is very bad for us. The main reason that it's bad is they get to get a whole bunch of attacks in. Yeah. Okay. So I think we might still be okay here. Let's find out. Okay. I'm gonna block the 5/5. Gonna cast Village Rites, sacrificing the bug. They're gonna get 2 damage. Forsaken Miner is going to trigger twice, but I don't have the mana. Okay. I did draw a land. And I drew... Okay. I unfortunately, because I lost the bug, I think I lose. Because I lost the bug. Yeah. That's it. That's as easy as that. I one turn too slow. Alright, can I get out of this? I don't think so. I'm not slow playing, opponent. I just, I really... Yeah. That's really tough. If I didn't have to block with the bug, I could have won there. Yep. Yep. Ouroboros gives everything lots of triggers. Oh, they actually didn't have the requisite number of bears, but now everything gets huge. I'm not gonna block. Nothing for it. I should have gotten a board wipe. That's my fault. On to game 4, currently 2-1 against Wolverine, the best there is. I actually don't know what this does. It's a 3-mana 2/2, double all damage it would deal at the beginning of each end step. If Wolverine was dealt damage, put a counter, and it can regenerate. Okay. We like our hand. Lots of low mana value creatures, and we're on the draw, which means we get to Gemstone Cavern. Yes, we will keep this. I have a pre-game action. So what do I toss? It's probably a land, right? I can get away with 2 lands here. Especially when I draw one. Okay, here's a swamp. I'm gonna play Shambling Ghast and Stalactite Stalker. Our opponent plays Elvish Mystic and Fight Spell. Be hilarious. There's probably a lot of fight spells in the deck because it's a Wolverine deck. It looks a little bit like they've got removal. Or not removal, but protection. So let's find out. We'll sacrifice the Shambling Ghast. Put the -1/-1 counter on the Mystic. No protection. We are gonna pass and get in with the Stalactite Stalker, and we're gonna leave Bitterbloom Bearer up. Bitterbloom Bearer is so strong in this list. I mean, it's so strong in a lot of lists, but it's very good here. Scythe Cat Cub for our opponent. That's a big threat. What do you know? What's very funny is that you never see Scythe Cat Cub in Paper Magic because it's incredibly hard to find and really expensive. Sure. Okay. You're not going to get to destroy my thing. That's not what we're doing today. Okay, so we are 100% getting a removal spell here. So let's Diabolic Intent. What costs 2 and can remove that thing? Long Goodbye? There's probably easier options. Yeah, let's get a 1-mana option. Yeah, let's Fatal Push that thing. And then we'll get Forsaken Miner down. So I'm kind of out of gas here. Like, I do have Bitterbloom Bearer, which is nice, and I'm kind of advantaged at this point. But I'm also kind of out of gas. Okay, Bushwhack for a creature. I'm sorry, Bushwhack for a land. Play your commander. There he is. Very interesting. Okay. Here's Dothy Voidwalker, otherwise known as the Widow-making Infiltrator. We will get in with everybody. Our opponent goes to 11. We're holding up Rot Reunion, which is fantastic because it's an instant, so it gives us stick, but it's actually not that good. Sure. They're just like fight spell deck. Okay. Are you gonna put a counter on your commander? You got it. I will take 5. So they're a little out of gas too. Alright, we're going to take out a card in their graveyard just to generate a zombie token. I really kind of love Hammerhead here. Here's Hammerhead, the Magia boss. So, unfortunately, the Dusk Shell Crawler does do the good deed of blocking them. Or of, it does do the good deed of blocking my 2/2s, but that's okay. You got it. They're at 7. Can I just win? 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think so, but we're gonna hold up here. Oh, Shadow Spear is very good for them. Yep. Okay, so I will block, I think. Do I need to? Can I do 12 next turn? I guess I don't really want to risk. Oh, hold on. Does he have trample? Yeah. Yeah, no blocks. I'll take 5. You can gain 5. Shadow Spear was a heck of a draw from our opponent. Okay, we're going to sacrifice Forsaken Miner. And then we will sacrifice this zombie. Oh, he does double damage. I did not account for that. I did not account for that. I'm glad I didn't block, because I would have been wrong. Ooh, I am very almost dead. I definitely did not account for Wolverine doing double damage. Do I keep going? No. Bitterbloom does 1 to me. Alright, let's desperate measure our own fairy. They've got a regenerate trigger sitting up right now, so we're a little... That's funny. Okay, Urborg. Village Rites. I guess I should probably be sacrificing the Forsaken Miner here. I'm just, like, so tilted by Wolverine, like, boning me so hard. Ooh, okay. Wow. I messed up. I messed up bad. I messed up bad. Yeah, they got me. They got me good. That Shadow Spear was an absolutely clutch draw for them. Yep. If they have a pump spell, I'm actually dead. Yep. Yep. Wow. Very, very cool. I really like... I underestimated Wolverine. I should have blocked the turn before. My creature would have died, but I'm not sure how much that actually matters. Okay, he gets another counter, and we die to our Bitterbloom Bearer. He is the best there is. This is game 5, currently 2-2 with the Sackville Bagginses. Monocolor versus all the color, and we are on the draw. This is actually fine. I don't dislike what we have in hand here, so let's see how quickly our opponent dunks on us with Brea. Okay. No dunking yet. Okay, so what do I do, though? Do I get Gas Guzzler out? I think I do. I'm probably not going to sacrifice Gas Guzzler to Sackville Baggins, but let's make sure we read all our opponent's cards, you know? There's definitely something to it. Okay, let's play our land for turn, get in with Gas Guzzler. We'll just hold up mana here and say go, because I'm going to flash in Orcish Bowmasters pretty much no matter what, but maybe I can get the sneaky... additional, you know, maybe they choose to draw cards. So stock up doesn't count as drawing cards, which is a huge annoyance. Huge annoyance. 2 cards for our opponent. Another artifact land. So remind me what Brea does. Sacrifice 2 artifacts, 3 damage to target player or planeswalker. Target creature gets -4/-4. Okay. Here come the Bowmasters. They're not really doing a whole lot for me right now. We will get in for 3. Our speed goes to 3. Then we're going to play Cursebound Witch, and I'm going to play the Sackville Baggins, who are going to do what they do and sack something. So, we get a land, a Witch's Vengeance, or a Witch's Cauldron. Sacrifice a creature, gain a life, and draw a card. I don't really have a way to generate creatures, and I do already have a sack outlet on board. Weirdly enough, I think I'm going to take the land. And I think I'm going to pass from there. Talisman of Dominance for our opponent and their commander, or a board wipe. Coalition Relic. Okay. Nothing for us to do but keep going. Okay. So I can beseech the mirror right now. I'm kind of interested to see what they do. So let's do nothing and proceed directly to combat. So they can tap and put a charge counter on this, and that might be what's holding priority right now. All right, I think I'm gonna get Cauldron Familiar down. And then I'm going to Diabolic Intent, sacrificing the Cauldron Familiar. Do we have a response? I'm going to get Witch's Oven. Show me Witch's Oven. What do you think about Witch's Oven? We're good with it. We like Witch's Oven. Charge counter on Coalition Relic. Go off opponent. They have 8 mana. They have an enormous amount of mana. Here comes their commander. I'm hoping that they really like go all in here because oh, they have Beseech the Mirror. Let's see it. We're okay with it. We really are. We're okay with it. We actually, our deck did what we wanted it to. I will respond to Damnation, and we will sacrifice our commander. And we will put it in the command zone. You may. Oh, I did this incorrectly. I did this incorrectly. I should have done this first. Because I would have gotten the 1 damage from the Sackville Baggins. I will use the Gas Guzzler to sacrifice one of my creatures. Damnation resolves. Thought Monitor for our opponent. Okay. Drawing 2 cards. What else do we have? Untap, or, you know, just a fetch land, as a matter of fact. Okay. Bring Cauldron Familiar back. So, the problem... Oh, I did draw a swamp, so I don't need to do the thing. Okay, okay. What can I do here? Let's just get our land down and think things through a little bit. So I can sacrifice Witch's Oven. Oh, I can unearth something too. Okay. So I can use Witch's Oven to sacrifice Cauldron Familiar to continue to do the thing. I really would like to get another creature out, but none of my creatures, like, make tokens. I guess Orcish Bowmaster does to some extent. Okay. I am going to unearth something. I think I'm going to unearth a Cursebound Witch. And then I'm going to Sephiroth, my secret hidden commander. And it's gonna sacrifice that Cursebound Witch. Excellent. Okay, now I'm gonna get... I don't want another land, I don't think. That's way too expensive. I'm gonna take this. Okay. And then from there, there is no point in me attacking because they are not going to block. I will just pass the turn. So 28 to 10. We're once again in the position where it feels very much like our opponent could at any point take the game. Here comes Brea. Oh, she comes in with Thopters too. I absolutely missed that part. They're going to get in for 2 damage, 2 flying damage. She can sacrifice it. How many? She has to sacrifice 2 artifacts, so she can sacrifice the 2. She can sacrifice the 2 Thopters. Oh my gosh! Can I flip Sephiroth? I might be able to. All right, I'm gonna full control here because I think I can flip Sephiroth. Okay, resolve the Sephiroth trigger, resolve the Witch Oven trigger. Bring the cat back out. Oh, they don't want to see me do it! I can do it. I can get Sephiroth all the way to flip. Game 6 up against the most popular commander in existence, Y'shtola, the Knight's Blessed. We are on the draw again. We do have an Inquisition. We do technically have 3 lands, and we do have a free count, and we do have a free removal spell. I was about to say counter spell, but free removal spell. And I actually have something that I can create a token with for Sackville Bagginses or for Beseech the Mirror. I think we can keep this. This hand is not explosive, but it does. Our opponents burn in their Bajuka Bog early on, and we are here for it. Let's get a peek at what they're doing and take their stock up. Second land for our opponent. Here is Swamp and May, the Scornful Striker. Third land for our opponent. They choose to play their Igancho. Obscura Charm is going to destroy this, and they're going to take some damage in the meantime. Okay, Gas Guzzler for us. We're going to pass the turn. 2 spells in their yard. Bad draw for our opponent. Easy win for us. Alright, gang, game 7. Currently 4-2 against the Green Goblin Norman Osborne, probably better known as Fleam. So there's some really good things about what my hand looks like. The worst part about it is that I don't have any interaction, and my opponent probably does. So if they strip a couple of cards out of my hand, I'm going to be very sad, but we're going to keep this. So they're a self-discard deck, so I shouldn't be surprised if they, you know, if they also make me discard cards. We're just going to go ahead and pass here. So I could Dark Ritual in Bitter Bloombearer here. And it's a very interesting prospect. Okay. I think I'm gonna. Yeah. Turn 1 Bitter Bloombearer feels pretty good. If I had a 1-mana removal spell, that would make everything a lot better. Okay. So what I can actually do now, let's be smart and play Phyrexian Tower. I'm going to use Phyrexian Tower to sacrifice this fairy, and we're going to play Braid's Arisen Nightmare. And I'm going to get in for 1. And I'm going to decline, or I'm going to sacrifice a land. Yeah, we'll just pass. Playing Braids might not have been correct there. Norman Osborne gets in and loots. What do you discard? Is it a Madness card or a Mayhem card? Or neither. Looks like neither. Stop touching my braids. Yo, stop touching my braids. Is it Signet's fine? Okay, now we've got a creature. Okay, now we can Sackville Baggins. This feels very good here. Sacrifice the fairy, do a damage to our opponent. I get to do so much this turn, this is really a little brutal. How did he get a counter? What am I missing here? Why did he get a counter? I'm confused, but it's okay. We're going to play Shambling Ghast. I'm going to sacrifice Shambling Ghast to make a treasure. I'm going to use that 2 black to play Marionette Apprentice. So fast. We'll make a servo. I'll get in for 4. End the turn. Would you like to sacrifice a creature or artifact? No. You will take 2 damage for that. And we are passing the turn. I'm still very confused. Why did Norman get a counter? He connived. That's what it was. He doesn't loot. He connives. It looks like our opponent is having land troubles. I cannot block him. Well, they're certainly not pitching a land. I'm gonna guess that they really don't want to see Dothy Voidwalker here. One more black mana. No, okay. You're gonna hit Bitterbloom Bearer. You got it. You may take an additional damage for that. I have 6 on the table, 7 with my token. Malakir Rebirth is very interesting. Okay, so combat damage first, right? Combat damage first. I think I can get there. Let's cast... Malakir Rebirth on Sackville Baggins. Sacrifice Sackville Baggins. Damage, damage. We're going to sacrifice this treasure. Oh, they did not want to sit through the rest of that. All right, friends and opponents, how did we do today? We actually ended up 5-2 on camera. A little bit of an asterisk there. We had at least one game against the most popular commander of all time that the opponent just got a really bad draw and gave up very quickly. We had a game where we played against a pretty janky list, but aren't most lists janky to some extent? This list in particular, I would argue that yes, it's got a lot of powerful cards in it, but as I said in the intro, the Sackville Bagginses is probably just a worse Sephiroth. Sephiroth's probably just better, even though it costs 1 more. The Sackville Baggins only goes off once. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if you disagree with me, but I still had a lot of fun with this list. I really love the Sackville Baggins in that Orzhov Aristocrats list I played in Standard last week, so I really wanted to try it out here in Brawl to see if I could make it work, and I think the short answer is yes, it's possible to keep up. I've had some Aristocrats lists on the Brawl ladder that felt really strong. I don't know if this one is in fact better, and there could certainly be some streamlining. I always have to adjust to the Brawl format because the commander player in me always wants to build decks that feel like commander decks, and then I have to shift away from that as hard as I can because, you know, maybe some of you can relate to this, but like as a commander player, I usually avoid cards like Vampiric Tutor, but here in this 1v1 very competitive format, there is no reason to avoid this card. It should absolutely be in your list if you have black in it, because under the right circumstances at the right time, it's going to get you the exact card that you need for just a single mana, which is pretty remarkable. It's going to make you draw that. I mean, you all know how Vampiric Tutor works. You're adults. But you also get to play with things like Grave Pact, which is incredibly powerful. We didn't see it today, but I promise that it does an enormous amount of work when we do get to see it. What you did get to see is Bitterbloom Bearer, and these incremental token generators in a list like this are just enormously powerful. I will make the argument right here and now, especially in the mono black list, that this is actually better than Bitter Blossom because it's also in a format where you're only going to try to get to 25 damage. It's going to get in some chip damage early on, which is really going to get you closer to victory. I'm a huge fan of this card in this list. Obviously, I have both it and Bitter Blossom, but I think that this is the stronger of the two. Another card I was really happy to get into the final cut was Cauldron Familiar. Even though they nerfed this in Arena, it's still good. It still does exactly what you want it to, especially when you can get Witch's Oven, which I was able to do. I was able to sacrifice the cat to get the Witch's Oven to immediately bring it back, which was I ended up winning that game. I don't know if I won because of that, but I love to play Cat Oven. It's something that I played when it was in Standard, and I really love seeing it here. So all in all, I love this kind of deck, so I'm biased against it and saying that I think that this is definitely something that you should try out. But if I'm going to be very honest from a competitive standpoint, if you're playing mono black Aristocrats, Sephiroth's probably just better. If you're still here listening to me ramble at the end of the video about whether or not the deck is good, and this time I'm going to say, probably not, actually, even though we did okay with it. If you're still listening at this point, thank you very much. It's like the best thing that you can do to tell the algorithm that people watch our videos to the end and that it should show it to more people. Thank you, as always, for taking the time. And remember, take care of your head. Hey gang, thanks so much for tunneling in. Click that subscribe button to support the channel and check out our last Brawl video featuring Thranduil, the Elven King, and his quest for the perfect combo.